Can I make a $125 Apple iPhone Pocket dupe for less than $5 of yarn? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Brooke. I'm a textile artist and instructor, and on this channel we talk about all things textile and fiber. So if you're into that, please hit subscribe. So Apple has recently released their iPhone Pocket, which is a knit fabric bag used to carry your iPhone. I've already seen a lot of fiber crafters making their own dupes. I've seen knit versions and crochet versions, but I'm super into my pin loom at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can make a pin loom version. To weave your own iPhone Pocket, you're going to need some worsted weight acrylic yarn, a pin loom with an upholstery needle, and something to use as a beater. So this is a pick cone, you can also use a fork, and a tapestry needle. So if you're new to pin loom weaving and you don't know how to weave a pin loom square, I have a video that you can watch that walks you through that. I've already gone ahead and woven 10 pin loom squares that we're going to use. I've wrapped the yarns for weaving a little more than necessary so that I can try and use the tails to sew the pieces together. So we're going to start off by sewing 4 squares together. So they're going to go like this to be the body of the iPhone Pocket. And then I'm just going to weave the end in. So now I've got 2 pairs sewn together, and I'm going to sew them on top of each other like this. Okay, so now we have the pocket, and yep, iPhone fits perfectly, plenty of space even. So next we're going to do the strap, and to do the strap we're going to take the other 6 and we're going to wrap them around, and we're going to sew them on to the edge like this from middle to middle. So you can see the straps will go up around like this, just like on the Apple Pocket. So we've sewn up the straps, so 3 squares on each side, and it's open in the middle. So now we're going to take some of these extra threads, see if I can find a long one, and we're going to sew up the end. Let's see. So we're going to try and catch all 4 squares. Like that. And we're not going all the way down, just a little bit. So that's about 1 inch. Maybe we'll do 1 more set. There we go. So that's connecting the 2 pieces, and then we're going to go across the top as well. Let me just weave this in first. Okay, and now this one's the longest. Okay, so we're just gonna whip stitch across like this. There we go. There we have it. An iPhone pocket. Now that it's completed, let's see how well it compares to the claims made in the press release. So the press release talks about the stretchy fabric, which obviously isn't the case because this is a woven fabric and not a ribbed knit fabric, but it's 4 inches wide, which is more than enough space for an iPhone. So you can see my iPhone fits in there with room to spare, so check. It also claims that it can be worn 3 different ways. So we've got over the shoulder, by hand, and tied to a bag. And that definitely works. So it's not exactly the same as the Apple iPhone Pocket, but as a dupe, I think it works really well. So what do you guys think? Would you make your own Apple iPocket? What technique would you use? Would you knit, crochet, weave it on a pin loom? Or do you think the iPhone Pocket is a useless accessory made to be a cash cow and will die a quick death in the public consciousness? Let me know in the comments.